All right, hello and welcome. Today we're going to dive into a really fascinating and, let's be honest, kind of weird idea. It's one that ties together dandelions, a classic sci-fi movie, and, believe it or not, the internet itself.
So, it all kicks off with this phrase, "The wind wears a wig." I mean, you don't hear that every day, right? It's one of those lines that just, it's got something deeper going on. So, what on earth could it be getting at? Let's unpack it.
Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? And trust me, this isn't just some quirky little phrase. It's actually a super powerful metaphor for understanding the world we're all building and living in right now. And to really get to the bottom of it, we have to start somewhere you'd probably never expect, with a flower.
Okay, first up, the dandelion seduction. The whole story really kicks off with this beautiful theory about, the common dandelion and its whole relationship with the wind. It's basically a story of seduction, but on an evolutionary scale. Pretty cool, right?
So the key concept we need to get our heads around is something called affordance. Just think of it like this. It's any design feature that's been shaped, in this case by evolution, specifically to appeal to something else, to invite some kind of interaction. And the dandelion's wispy, delicate seed head, it's the perfect example. That thing did not end up looking so beautiful just by accident.
I mean, look at this. Every single part of it is optimized for a receiver. You've got that wispy, beautiful seed head, its incredible lightness, the geometry of every single seed. It's all designed specifically to catch the air. It's been perfectly engineered over millions of years with one simple goal: to seduce the wind, to get the wind to pick up its seeds and carry them everywhere.
And this is where it gets really interesting. The theory goes that when we see a dandelion and think it's beautiful, or when we get that urge to just, blow on it and watch the seeds fly away, we're actually empathizing with the wind. We're putting ourselves in the wind's shoes, so to speak. We're seeing the beauty from its point of view.
All right, section 2, the wind's hollow answer. Because here's the thing, this beautiful, seemingly perfect partnership, it's got a much darker, more philosophical side. Because while the dandelion's appeal is 100% sincere, the wind's response? Well, it's something else entirely.
And this really breaks it down. You see, the dandelion's appeal is sincere. It's a genuine offering. But the wind's reality? It's just a process, a mechanism. It doesn't have feelings or consciousness. It can't appreciate the beautiful offering being made to it. In other words, it's completely hollow.
And that gets us to the absolute core of the metaphor. The wind has the shape of a receiver, but it isn't actually one. It shows up, it does the job perfectly, but there's nothing really there. It's like an actor playing a part. It looks the part, it acts the part, but it's just a front. This is where the title comes from. The wind, in this story, is wearing a wig.
There's this great quote that sums it up perfectly. The sincerity is all on one side. Just let that sink in for a second. All that beauty, all that evolutionary effort from the dandelion, it's totally one-sided. The wind isn't being mean, it's just not capable of receiving that sincerity. It's just not there.
Okay, so let's take this idea and run with it. Section 3, wigs all the way down. To make this whole hollow receiver concept even clearer, we're going to look at a pretty cool analogy from a sci-fi film that's all about layers of reality.
So the film is the 1999 movie The 13th Floor, and in it you've got this world within a world. It's a simulation. The people inside have no idea. They think their world is totally real, that their choices matter, but nope, they're actually being controlled by people from the real world, one level up.
And here's the tell. Here's how the wig idea connects. When a character from the real world jacks into the simulation, he suddenly has this really obviously fake wig on. Back in his own reality, he's got normal hair. That wig, it's a seam. It's a little clue that this reality isn't real. It's a sign that this whole layer is just a construction, a fake.
And that leads to this really chilling question, summed up by the line, wigs all the way down, perhaps. What if the real world isn't real either? What if it's just another simulation? What if every layer of reality is just another wig?
So, dandelions, sci-fi, wigs, what does any of this have to do with us? Well, this brings us to our next section, the web's sincere appeal. This is where this whole metaphor comes crashing right into our modern digital lives.
Just think about it for a second. All these websites straining to be beautiful, to be useful, to connect. Think of all the human effort, the creativity, the passion that gets poured into the web every single day. All that content is straining with sincerity, right? It's all designed to be beautiful or helpful or to make a real connection. It's today's dandelion. But who's the audience? Who's on the receiving end? More and more, it's not actually a person. It's the internet's version of the wind. We're talking about the hollow receivers, the crawlers, the bots, the algorithms. These mechanisms are the ones listening, deciding what gets seen and what doesn't. They're doing the wind's job.
And this idea just nails it, doesn't it? The dandelion, broadcasting into the protocol. All that human sincerity, all our creativity, it's being broadcast into a protocol, a system of rules. We are making ourselves beautiful and interesting for a machine that can't appreciate any of it. It's hollow.
Which leads us to our final big thought here. Who is really listening? It's a profound and, yeah, a kind of unsettling question about what we're all doing online and who we're really doing it for.
So I'll leave you with this final question to chew on. Are we just dandelions broadcasting into the protocol? When you post something, when you create something and put it out there, who are you really talking to? Are we all just putting on our most beautiful, sincere show for a wind that's just wearing a wig? Definitely something to think about.